Hi everybody, it's Ellen again. I have another tutorial for you for a bracelet. This time we're going to make this one, which I'm calling X'd Out. I made this quite some time ago when I first started looming, and since then I kept seeing bracelets that were very similar. I thought that when the confetti crisscross came out, I thought that was this bracelet, and just kind of kept putting it aside more and more because I'd see other ones that were very similar. But I really haven't seen one that's exactly like this, and I just like the design, and it's easy. It's on one loom, so I think that I just wanted to share it. I don't think that it has been made before that I've noticed. I've checked videos, and every time I thought I saw one similar, I had really looked at the banding or found the tutorial for it, but it wasn't the same. So I'm going to show you how to make this. I will say the only thing about this bracelet is when we loom it, we have to be a little careful how we do the X's in it, because if you just loomed straight up the loom with it, you would actually overlap pieces. And let me show you what I mean. Like here, where I have the black and the pink. I had actually looped a pink one and looped, right here, I looped the black one first and then the pink one, so I basically ruined the X appearance of it by doing that. So I'll show you how to get that pattern in there so that you can have the X's. And like this one, I should have probably done the black first all the way and then done the colored ones after so that you actually could see the X pattern in there. This one I kind of went all over the place, where I'd have some correct and then other ones I would mess up. It wasn't until I actually made this one that I realized what I was doing wrong, because you can see the purple is the last one I did on each one. So, and here's just a little piece that I had done too that shows that the light blue is looped first and then the dark blue is looped after. So I'll show you how to do this. I'll show you this real quick too. On this bracelet, instead of using end caps, I actually used pony beads, and it was a real pain to do. But it kind of was a neat effect because it feels thick and solid. If you ever wanted to give that a try, that'd certainly be interesting, but definitely need a small hook and a lot of patience to get them through there because they just don't want to stretch. But I'll show you how to do this. You're going to need your loom. Normal setup with the low pin bar, and then the other pin bar is going up the side. And it's just one loom. I'll show you how to extend this bracelet. It's super easy. So, and if you want to do it on two looms, then it should be long enough to fit around your wrist. This is two looms, so we're going to start by going up each side of the loom with your outside color. Put that there. So just all the way up each side. And once you get up that side, then come back and do the other side. Alright, just like that. And I'm not closing it off on the ends just because I do plan to show how to extend it. If you want to finish it with bringing them in, you can. It'll change the design a little bit, so you'll have to kind of figure out how you want to do that, but I'll show you how I close it. It's very similar how you could do it as well. So, up both sides with your perimeter color. On this one it's gray. Try and stay there. Then what we're going to do is start by laying our X pattern. And the first X you'll lay is actually going to be just half of it. So, we're actually going to lay all the color of one X first, and then we'll come back and lay the other color. So first we'll start here with this middle pin and just go out to each side like that. So there's half of our X. And then what you're going to do is we're going to kind of think of this from the center. So you're going to skip this pin, go up to this pin right here, and then you're just going to make an X with this pin being the center. These bands don't matter how they're laid because we're just going to pull them out through an end cap. So whatever's comfortable for you to do. So just start here with half an X, skip a pin, and this is the center of your next X. Then we'll skip a pin again, and then this one will be the center of our next X. Should push my bands down before. Like that. Skip a pin. Here's the center again. Like that. And skip a pin. Next X. Skip a pin, next X. Just like that. And then skip a pin and then do our last X up here. Oops. Alright, so that's what it looks like now. So that partial X and then X's all the way up, skipping a pin. So now what we'll come back and do is lay the other X in here and just start with your center and then bring them out to the 4 pins. I'm just going right like that. So we're going to fill each one of these center ones with an X. And again, it doesn't matter necessarily how you lay them, just so they have the X pattern. So we're going to put end caps along the center. I think I like this one, this bracelet, just because you can add lots of color to it if you want. I just think it looks pretty. And it's pretty solid too, so if you kind of like the heavier or chunkier bracelets, then this will be a good one for that. Alright, so now we have all the X's on. And then what we'll do is we'll lay end caps along the middle. So if you want to have different color on your end caps, just, I guess, match them up with how you did your X's. So my first one do purple. So I'm just going to go and put the end caps along the middle on every X, and I'm just doing all my green X's first. I'm just double wrapping the band. Doesn't have to be super tight. That, and we'll do the white X's. Alright, so that's all the bands we have to lay. So we'll turn our loom around now. And we're just going to go in through the end caps and loom out the X. If you want to be careful to pick one color that's going to be kind of underneath and then one color that'll be on top, then this is where the step where you would do that. So if I want the green X's on top, I would loom those second, because the white ones will get trapped inside, and then the green ones will go over the top. So however you want to do that, I suppose it would be neat for a gradient pattern, but if you go straight up, you will have the overlapping kind of change in the X's. So if that matters to you, then kind of watch for that. But I'm going to loom out the center of all my green X's first, and then go back and do the white ones. So you can just go straight up if you want, but I want to see the X pattern in mind, so that's why I'm going to do it specifically. And same thing for the last one here. Like that. And I'm going to come back and do the white X's. So I'm always just grabbing the top band and pulling it over. And hang on to the end caps. And the last one here. Like that. And now we just need to loom up both sides of the bracelet. And I didn't use end caps here because I figured this creates an end cap, so I'm just going to go in and grab the bottom band and pull it up and over. And go back and do the other side the same way. Alright, just like that. So we have our open end up here, but we have everything loomed. So now what we want to do is, if you're not going to extend it, if you're going to do your single chain extension, then you would probably pop this off the end here and then loop a band through each side and then connect them in the middle for your single chain extension. But since I'm going to extend it, I'm going to leave it just like this, and I'm going to get it on my hook. Actually, I'm going to use a different hook. This is my last rainbow loom hook, so I'm just going to kind of baby it a little bit. But get your hook in both ends that are open, and then you can pull it off the loom. Alright, so this is what it looks like, and you'll see that I have the white X's on the top, but I do want to point out that on the opposite side my green X's are on the top. And this is important because when we extend it, you want to make sure that you get the correct side on the loom, and I'm going to show you how to extend it. You're going to have your loom with the exact same setup as you had before with your colors. I put my green on the loom first in the other loom that I made for this. So the green went on first, and then I did the white. So make sure that you follow that same pattern. And then on the end where we're going to attach the bracelet, the things you need to look for are whatever color is on your top X, that one should be on the top on this side as well. And then we're also not putting on the other part of this X that goes to these pins right here because they're already on this bracelet. So this is super simple to attach to make it longer. I'm just going to take one chunk or one side of the bracelet and making sure that my white is on top. Just going to put all that on one side, and then just take the other part that's on your hook or however you kept them and put that on the other side, just like that. So it'll look like that, and then all you need to do, oops, I shouldn't have had that on there either, sorry. So now you're going to do is slip this end cap over the center of that next X, so now it's all there. And then you'll just loom. So first we want to figure out, since I want the white X on top, we're going to do the same thing where I'm going to loom the green bands first, and I do that all the way up the loom. Do that all the way up the loom, and then I do my white X's all the way up the loom, and then come back and do the side, pull up the side pieces, just like you did on the first part of the loom. So super simple to attach. We don't have any bands to move under here to make it so it attaches well. There's nothing else to put under here to move these bands or anything like that. So that's all it takes to attach it and to make it longer. So I'm going to loom this up, and then I will show you what it looks like once I get that done. So I'll be back. Alright, so first I made a boo-boo up here. I'm used to closing this bracelet with buttons. That's how I've closed all of them, pretty much. So I didn't realize that we actually duplicate something on this. And what that is that at the part that's at the beginning that we attached, you can see that I have my whole green X right here. But then on this part, there's a partial X. Now, you can simply not use this, just completely remove it if you want, or you can just leave it there. I guess that's up to you, but I just wanted to point that out, that I did just happen to notice that. So, like I said, I think I didn't notice it because I closed with buttons before, so it just got buried under the button. I never noticed. The other thing we can do to close this bracelet that is kind of neat is I have the infinity stained glass bracelet where I closed it so that you can barely see where it's connected, and I think that we can do the same thing on this one to a point. Not maybe quite as hidden, but I will show you how to do that here. And I just realized that my discovery of the end not being correct, that it befuddled me and I didn't loom my sides up. So I'm doing that real quick here. Hopefully it's quick. You can fast forward it if you want. But a couple more here. And I think I'm going to just remove this end piece so it's more continuous, I guess. So I'm going to remove this part. I mean, it still could be the way to go to just put it on so it's there, because otherwise when you're making your X's, if you don't have the same pattern, not having this here at the start might be confusing. So it might just be better to even put it on and then remove it, so you don't get confused in the pattern. So I'll take this off. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come down here to this end of the loom. You can certainly just C-clip this and be done, each corner where it's open, or you can try closing it this way, which I'm going to take off the bracelet on the opposite end of the loom here. And not completely, but just mostly. It doesn't like to come off this way, but just so I have enough leeway here. So you can't see our connection either, which is good. So what you can do for this bracelet is, try and come in here a bit. You can take these points right here and you can put them between. It would be, because my white X is on the top, I want this rubber band to be in between. So I'm just going to pull that off and set that on. I'm going to put this top back on. Like that. And I'll do the same thing on the other side. Just take the top off, pull these two bands over, put them back, put the side bands back on. Now you still have to use C-clips. It's still not like perfectly hidden that you'll have them on there, but certainly just another option to close it a different way. I'm just going to get them on there and then see where I need to put them to hide them a little bit. Alright, so I still C-clip the entire part right there. So now we can remove the rest of this from the loom. And then what you do is take your C-clips and you can fix the where this has the gap now. Just take it and go up, sorry, where the gap is right here. Take your C-clip, if I can get it to do what I want. My hands are cold, they've been out shoveling, so then just take it and you want to trap these two bands in there. I didn't get that on the right side of it, but well, you kind of get what I'm saying, I guess. Sorry. But this just takes finagling to get the bands to go where you want them to go, so it looks continuous. Sorry, I keep going out of camera there. And so, not my greatest job connecting it there, but not that way. But you can certainly finagle these around so that it's connected better and you can't see as much of a kind of crease in it there. But that's what it looks like. Just pull it out. If you got some bands that are poking out, just pull the border up. So that's what it looks like. This side they have the green X's out. This side is the white X's out. So, and obviously I'd have to fix that a little bit better on that side. But it is possible to make these, like this band should be on the other side of there and connected better. So you can really hide that connection well if you're interested in doing that. I'm sure that you could probably do it a little bit easier than I did. But that is my X'd out bracelet. I hope you like it. I have a couple more similar to it that are kind of unique. If you're interested, this is a double X'd out. Very pretty, very wide, very sturdy. And that's just another one like that. Then I have a few options too where I added beads to them. So those are kind of neat, and I'll show you how to do those in a separate tutorial. I flash those by quick so you can't make them without me, because I want to show you. But that is my tutorial for my X-dot bracelet. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was easy to follow. Sorry about that kind of mess with the trying to get that end cap on there. That took, or the C-clip on there, that took a little longer than I thought, and not as pretty as I usually do. So, but it does look good normally. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to check out my links in the About Video section for my Facebook and places like that. Thanks for watching, and I'll have more tutorials soon.